Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So very often and a lot of times in the past you have been asking me to review some Type-C IEMs. But honestly, of all the IEMs that I have, none of them are actually Type-C, because whenever brands are sending us any units for a review, they usually send the ones with 3.5mm jack, and that too without a microphone, unless and until I'm being very specific. And also when I'm getting these products for a review by myself, so I get the normal ones because it helps in saving some extra cost. I see a lot of people searching specifically for Type-C IEM reviews. I just want to mention that whenever we are reviewing these products, it's the review of the IEM, not on the basis of connector. So all the opinions that hold true for an IEM will be applicable to the Type-C connector and both for the 3.5mm jack. So first of all, this video is not an IEM review video. This video is more about different kind of accessories that are built around these IEMs and how you can save on that extra cost and how you can get the right kind of accessory to work with different kind of IEMs that you have. So I'm dividing this video into three important sections. The first one is the IEM specifications. The second one is about different kind of accessories, dongles and cables, and third and the most important one is the pros and cons and different kind of myths that are going around these IEMs. So let's begin with it. So starting off with the IEM configuration, first of all I'll try to segregate different IEMs that are there on this table. So on the right side you have the IEMs with 0.78mm connector. When I say connector, it's actually this part of the cable that goes in the IEM. So on the right side we have the 0.78mm connector, on the left side we have the IEMs with 0.75mm connector, and then there is one more standard going on, which is the MMCX type connector, where the IEM can revolve around the connector itself. But for the sake of this video, we'll just talk about the 0.78 and 0.75. And for those of you who are wondering what's that 0.75 and 0.78, so it's actually the diameter of the pin. Now talking about the IEM accessories, we have three different products here, and these were sent out to me a couple of weeks back, but I actually didn't got the time to showcase them. So first we have this 0.78mm to Type-C connector cable, and it also comes with a microphone. This cable is from LiQWYD. It's really of a very good quality. The cable is lightweight and also completely tangle free, so I'm pretty much happy with this cable. The second cable is a branded cable from KZ. It's also 0.75mm to Type-C, and it's going to fit with every KZ earphone that I have. And then this third accessory is also from LiQWYD, and it's a dongle DAC, so it's a Type-C to 3.5mm. And now we will try to fit in all these accessories into all different IEMs and see what are the results. So starting off with the 0.78mm connector cable. So I tried this cable with some expensive in-ear monitors like the SimGod Super Mix 4, which are priced at around 12,000, and also the beginner IEMs like the Moondrop Chew 2. So this cable actually fitted very nicely with all the IEMs in the right side of the section. And talking about the 0.75mm cable, it fits on very nicely with all the KZ in-ear monitors. But here comes a slight problematic part. So let's say you have these two IEMs, and this one is actually the EPZ Q1 Pro, where the connector is actually inside of the IEM. You don't see the connector protruding out. But in this case we have like the KZ ZSN Pro, where the connector is slightly out of this IEM. So let's say you have this sort of a cable. This is like the 0.75mm cable which has a cover onto it, and let's say you have an IEM with the same configuration, but the connector is actually inside of this IEM, so you won't be able to fit this cable into this connector even though the configuration is same. So the thing is that you get the cable from third-party brand, which is like this LiQWYD cable, where the pin is actually protruding out. So no matter where the pin on the connector is actually inside or it is outside, these kind of cables are going to fit in into every IEM if you get the one with the right configuration. I hope you got my point. Now let's talk about some of the important part, which is the pros and cons and some of the myths. So let's say you want to get an IEM with a Type-C connector. I understand that your use case is very specific and you want to use your IEM specifically with your smartphone. So you got the one with Type-C connector, and let's say at a later stage you want to add a DAC because you're not happy with the performance of this IEM, or maybe you want to get some better performance. So you are getting a DAC which is like Type-C at one end and 3.5mm at the other end, and you already have an IEM with a Type-C connector, so you won't be able to fit this into this, and for that you have to use another dongle, or maybe you have to replace the cable completely. So that is something you should be aware of. The second thing is that you got an IEM with a Type-C connector, and maybe you want to use it with your PC. I understand that if you have a laptop it's okay, but let's say you want to use it with your PC. So in that case you have to invest in a USB hub which brings in a Type-C port. So that is kind of another investment. So just think about a use case very properly and how you are going to use this IEM. So that is the reason, like, I am always going for an IEM with a 3.5 millimeter jack and not with a Type-C connector. The third and the most important thing, and actually it's a myth. So people say that you're getting a digital signal from the Type-C port and it's much better than the signal you're getting from the 3.5 millimeter output. So now the thing is that we all are using DACs, and DACs actually convert digital signal into analog signal because all your drivers and all these speakers are actually analog devices. So how can a digital signal be better than an analog signal? Now this is kind of something I read on some post on Google. So I think like this is very wrong piece of information, or maybe like I'm there not able to understand anything and you have a better explanation for that, so you're most welcome to explain that to me. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to drop your queries and comments in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer all that. Thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe.